15. Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All clear. Florian Trittel and Benny Belly definitely got the hole shot in that start. Nico Landauer is challenging Benny down there, and Florian Trittel is sailing away. Matt Taggart also had a really good start. Matt is right next to Axel Mazzella. Axel is squeezing him off. Matt touches down, and Axel squeezes him off. Florian goes out to the right-hand side again. He's the first attack. Started up at the boat. John Von Tesmar and James Johnson seem like they want to go. Martin Turbil is on his way out to the right-hand side. He likes that right-hand side. He was the one telling me about it. And most of you who know Martin know that he's a pretty smart guy. So he's going out there and going to give it a whirl, see if he can pick off a couple extra boats compared to his normal finish position. So here comes race number 4. They're on their way. Hopefully we get this target time whittled in. It was really weird. We had the exact same conditions yesterday, exact same course length, and they were like 1 minute and 10 seconds slower. So maybe my GPS down here in Mexico is acting a little funny. Kind of like it down here in Mexico though, you know, the cell phones don't quite work the same and the computer connectivity doesn't quite work the same, but seem to make it work for our moods and spirits, gets us away from this electronic jungle on which you are viewing us. So I won't say that it's a bad thing, but it's kind of nice to take a break and have a taco. Yo quiero tacos. And going up that course, it seems like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people are peeling off, and tack, 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 there they are. They ran into the wall. So it's kind of like, it's a situation where if people up on the shoulder tack out, people up on the hip tack out, it frees up the rest of the lanes for people to tack up and hip up on port. So it looks like those orange ozones and those F1s that we were looking at seem to be the ones that are just tacking up on that left-hand side. So hitting that little left early corner seems to work, but I bet in the situation we've been seeing, it's probably mostly speed. I mean, it's clear that Ricardo Lechese, Nico Landauer, Maxime Nocher, Axel Mazzella, those guys are the fastest guys here at this event, and they're probably just doing it with boat speed. One of my favorite old adages in sailboat racing is people say, I'd rather be fast and dumb than slow and smart. So I'm not saying those guys are fast and dumb, but they're definitely fast. They're fast and smart. That's really the best combo. But if you had to make a choice, speed is king. There's Benjamin Petit on his way out. Alexia Francelli, she's coming out. Alexia showing her spirit. I don't know if we talked about it yesterday, but a couple people swam through the finish line. And it was like Daniela and maybe Gina and a couple others. They all crashed right before the finish line, stayed connected to their gear, their board and their kite, and they swam across the finish line. And the race committee goes, yep, that's a finish. As long as you're connected to your equipment, you go through the finish line, that's a finish. But one of the prerequisites for, sailing is that you have to be powered by the wind and the kite. And that wasn't powered by the wind and the kite. That was paddled by the manos y brazos. And that was, Rule 42 violation. So after all that, those riders that swam across the finish line decided to retire from the race. Here comes Alexia. Hey! Ripping by. All right. Focus back on the racing. Ooh, there's a blue kite out there. And my intuition tells me that blue kite would be Florian Trittel. So Florian logging in an early lead in this Gold Race 4. Florian's one of those top-notch sailors. He's been around for a long time. I think he's competed in a couple of Youth World Championships and quite successfully in the 29er fleet. Now he's rounding the top mark in first in the kite hydrofoil open class. Florian Trittel. Then Maxime Nocher, then Ricardo and Nico are neck and neck, and Ollie Bridge. So that top 5 is pretty tight. Where's my radio? Está mi radio. Ah, okay. Thank you. So that's Florian Trittel in the blue kite, and the next one is Maxime Nocher and Nico and Ricky and Ollie Bridge on the black kite. Strong top 5, a little nosed out, got a little gap before 6th. So they got some room to play. This is one of my favorite events of the year because after a few month break, I guess last big event we had was Cartagena. And in Cartagena, everyone was on gear that was a little bit older than this gear. This is all brand new stuff. We got brand new colors, brand new shapes, and all new smiles. There's Jimmy Shanahan. Yeah, Jimmy. We got wind. Jimmy's stoked. That guy's awesome. He goes around. He's quite a kite jet setter. Not only is he participating in all the Mai Tai events, he's huge on the race scene. He was a big race board supporter. Now he's into the hydrofoil. Super cool guy. But of course, we had our event in San Juan, Puerto Rico, the San Juan Foil Cup, hosted by Lift and the gang there in San Juan, Kiko Dalmau. Hola, Kiko. And Luigi Miranda. And that whole gang out there. Luigi, thanks for that pizza party that one night. That was killer. Just want to give a shout out to all the people in San Juan and Puerto Rico. That was a super fun event just about a month ago, a little over a month ago. So coming into the bottom mark. Everyone stood upright, and it looks like Maxime got the best of Florian Trittel. Maxime passed Florian. So it goes Maxime on the F1, Florian Trittel on the blue Elf. Ollie's going around on that black Elf, taking a right-hand turn. Then it's Ricardo Lucchese and Nico Landauer. Ricardo's been rocking a new look out here. He's wearing spandex shorts on the water. For those of you who have analyzed the extra or technical apparel section of the rider equipment list, that's Florian Gruber and Matt Taggart taking the right-hand turn. Alejandro Clement and Adrian Geisinger taking a right-hand turn, along with Adam Withington and Tony Vodasek all together. That's a big, nice pack. So anyway, those of you who have been analyzing the rider equipment list in the specialty apparel section, I'm not sure Ricardo Lucchese listed his spandex shorts, but the ladies have been going crazy for him. The coffee shop in the morning. Today he's got his fluorescent green shorts on, so good on him. Those of you who are interested in the specifics on those, you can email Ricardo or look him up on Instagram at RickyPro. Where I'm sure he'll be disclosing a lot of that information. So they all went out right. Ricky, Nico, Maxime, and Florian. Ollie went out and is coming up on the left-hand side. He's on port middle course. It looks like he's got angle because I can't tell, but it sure looks like the people on the right-hand side are winding into him. So he's bow down and cranking, trying to get across the course and smash down on that, as the right-hand side is winding into him. We'll see. first boats are they're indicating on their sails that they want to tack. They keep pushing up. There's the first one. Boom. There's a second tack. There they all go. Let's see what Ollie did to him. I think he took a piece out of him. Ollie definitely took a piece out of those guys. He's gone. Dude. Someone learned how to putt, in the words of Happy Gilmore. Oh, dude, Ollie just took a piece out of him. Oh, he's got to be ahead. Got to be ahead. He's not tacking yet. Oh, yeah, he's got him. He's got him. Tacking right in front of Maxime. For a pack. Oh, no. Whew, he looks like he just ended up right in that pack. He might have sailed past the front of their line and tacked up thinking that they were short a ley line. I think that's what he was assuming, that they were shy a ley line. He's definitely got gauge right now up on that right-hand side. So that 5-pack is definitely nosed out. No sign of Axel Mazzella in this race. He's a few back, and I know he's going to be pissed about that because, God, I think I said yesterday, his qualifying series was super strong. He won, I think, in all the races so far at this event, he had the biggest delta. He was sailing in the, I don't know if it was yellow or blue group, but on the second day of racing, one of the groups was just super stacked. The only people in the other group, it was like Maxime and Ricky, and then the whole rest of the top 10 ranked guys. So Maxime did get around and laid. So Ollie sailed past their line and did not work out for him. But he's in third, I think. Just didn't quite have the rounding that he really wanted there either. Yeah, I was kind of rooting for him on that one. Anyway, Axel won every race that day against all the top sailors. And he won by a mile. Like, he was just crushing. I think he won one race by over 30 seconds. So he was super stoked. Side note that one of his French teammates, Romain Castel, he's not out here, and he is here in La Ventana. He's having a good time. He's probably sitting at the beach right now talking to 6 girls at once. Guy's a total stud, but unfortunately he couldn't make it out. He broke his foil and couldn't find a spare, so he's not out here. However, during the qualifying series, he borrowed Marvin's foil, one of those new KFA foils, and he was all bummed because it was like a little dicey with the wind. He sailed out here. He was like, "Hey, what's up? You know, I really want this race to go." And then I was like, I don't know. And the breeze came back up, and he goes, "This race is for me. This is my race." He sailed by. He said, "If I win this race, I win the entire championship." I said, "Okay, you got a deal." And what did he do on that KFA foil that he was just early, you know, just his first time riding on it? He went out and won the race. It was pretty cool. So he's gonna get all the prize money tonight. We're giving him actually all 10 grand because that was kind of like a big old ball drop. There's Theo Lotus from French Polynesia. He lives in Tahiti. Guy's super cool. He was telling me this morning he lives about 4 kilometers away from Chopu, and he kites Chopu, and he also does this little hydrofoil thing. He's on Elf Kites. He's a really cool guy. He's got these white dreadlocks, and the guy's just all stoke all the time, never stops smiling. And he did pretty well yesterday in the Silver Fleet racing. He was first in the second race, I think, and in the first race, I think he was second or third. There's Jean-Guillaume Rivaud. Jean-Guillaume's out here for some Silver Fleet racing, and he's going to boost a little freestyle for the camera. Such butter. That was like home cooking, that landing. Maxime Nocher coming into the bottom mark. Maxime Nocher followed by Ricardo Lechese. Ollie Bridge gets that third. Florian Trittel, and then Nico Landauer. You better believe Nico's going to be pushing on Florian because he wants to save as many points as he can. That's not a typical finish for Nico. He is not going to be super stoked on that. Let's see if he can get Florian Trittel. Good luck. and then Axel Mazzella in 6th place. Hard battle between Julian Kerner and Matt Taggart right now. Don't know who won that one, or it must have been Maxime. We got Julian Kerner and Matt Taggart coming into that bottom mark. Matt is pushing on Julian. Matt's super stoked. He was talking to me this morning. He's like, oh my God, I'm so stoked about these new kites. I'm so fast. Adrian Geislinger, Tony Vodasek, Florian Gruber, and Alejandro Clement. Benny Pulli. Benny had an unfortunate thing yesterday. He stepped on some sort of stingy thing when he came in at the end of the day. I think it was like that was either a rockfish or a sea urchin or a stingray or something, but he was limping last night in a lot of pain. Some locals gave him some of the local painkillers. I think they got him some sort of Tylenol situation and sorted him out that way. Anyway, that's race 2, or race 4 in the bag. It's 12:38 right now, and I'm going to draw this orange flag, naranja. 12:38. So that means first signal at 12:43, and we will be back to you very shortly.